and welcome to Live at the Party. We are NyxRising Industries. I'm JD, your dungeon master. Are we ready to go? Yeah! Good job on the sequence! We catch up with the party in the city of Lakeside, having competed a little bit in the lake games, trying to hand greasy women wrestling, cannonball diving, and then going off to conduct some research, have some healing undertaken, and a little bit of investigation into a mysterious organisation known as the Weeping Eye. Renard is ostensibly looking for this group of individuals, this mercenary band, but for what purpose not entirely clear, besides that he wants to speak to them. We catch up with our party in the tavern known as the Creeping Vines in the squalls of Lakeside. A new figure has approached and introduced himself as Aerenthias van Wymarck, offering the fact that he might have a little bit of information that could help them. Okay? So, Aerenthias van Wymarck is sat with Pebble, the Turtle mercenary, as well as an orc and a half-orc as well, who are making their way off now as well. Aerenthias takes one of the seats and introduces himself to you, to the two of you, that's Elyse and Cassian, whilst Astra is playing his music. Sariel and Boblem are in the crowd enjoying it, and Renard is invisible watching all this.
Renard gets out of the seat that he's sitting in.
Do you want to go right into this, or does anyone else want to do anything first? Okay.
Tell us about Aerenthias. Please.
Okay. He takes a seat on an upturning barrel and sort of kicks his boots up onto another. These sort of like long high boots coming up onto his thigh, black leather with gold buckles. And he swept a hat off his head, which has two holes in it for his long curving horns to come up. It's a bit of a gesture to get it off, and then sort of flick it off, but he manages it. He's got this deep crimson skin, a black moustache with long wavy black hair coming down from behind with bright yellow eyes, fairly similar to Astra's. He's relatively tall. He's got like dark leather trousers, a yellow sash around his waist, and just sort of a loose open shirt. You see, he's got what seems to be like a leather jacket with buckles and straps on it. Straps where you've probably seen before, like knives or weaponry be strapped in, but no weaponry on him besides a small dagger. He sat down and I'm Aerenthias van Wymarck.
Ortegan.
Zavine.
Zavine? Interesting name. You see at that point Pebble like...
Pebble has had him.
Oh, Zavine. Okay.
I just give him a miracle look, like.
Aerenthias sort of. So you're looking for a mercenary band?
Information on them, perhaps.
Yeah.
A particular mercenary band. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't heard of them, and I might know someone who's looking for them as well.
Oh, really?
We might have common interests, common goals. They're not with me right now, but they're in the city. And how long are you staying about?
We're staying for the games.
Yeah.
2 days.
We'll be here a while.
Wonderful. Can I find you here? Are you staying around? In this place, I mean?
Close
Not
up
here,
to
but what was the neighbourhood? What's it again?
Tempest Square.
Yeah, closer to Tempest Square.
Easy enough to find.
Yeah.
Okay, well, they're not with me right now, but perhaps tomorrow I can bring them along, arrange a meeting.
Can you tell us anything about this person before we go running off to meet with them?
She'd rather keep some personal details to herself, I believe, at the moment, but she's trustworthy.
Does he seem trustworthy?
Make an inside check.
14.
The sort of roguish grin on his face, and as he says, he sort of like raises his eyebrows a little bit. He's given you no reason not to trust him.
There are others traveling with us who are interested in this. They, just as a pre-warning, they may be with us tomorrow.
Yeah, don't be alarmed.
Savoury types, I assume.
Of course.
Wonderful. Might I buy you all a drink?
That sounds wonderful.
Stick around. Stands up, his tail sort of swishing through his little gold ring on the end and sort of stalks off towards the bar. And sort of his hat at his chest. At this point, Astra, you've finished your performance. You wouldn't have seen these two change, would you?
We changed right before
Outside.
we...
Oh, you did?
Right
Okay,
before we came to the
okay,
bar, we
okay.
were all together, so
Right.
yeah.
Okay, so as you're coming down, you greet Sariel and Boblem, and you're able to point out and you see these two in their disguises, sort of crowded round one like large but low table with the formidable form of Pebble very nearby.
To give you two back the coins that you put in the little pot.
Did you get any?
How much did he make?
No. Astra gets that bread.
Get that bread.
22 pieces of gold,
Nice.
7 silver in total.
My
So that's a combination of everything. It's not necessarily all gold and silver. It's mostly coppers, 1 or 2 golds,
Amazing.
but that's how much it is in total.
Oh,
I mean,
That's a pretty good haul.
well done.
don't quite know what to do with all this money that I keep getting recently.
Buy cool magic items.
I mean, sure, but I don't know what to use them for.
Hang on to it. Maybe something will present itself.
Yeah.
True.
By the way, this guy we're talking to knows me as Zavine. So, and I look over to Aerenthias at the bar.
Arctagon.
Artigan and Sabine.
Going to lose track of all your aliases.
I'm really struggling here.
I'm sorry.
Oh, please.
Me too, Pedal.
I'm glad we're on the same level. Maybe just keep like 1 element common each time you do it.
That would make it really obvious though.
I agree.
Maybe I'm not cut out for this. I should have listened to my mother. Fisher. No matter. Here, let's make some space. And sort of pulls over some stacks of wood and some like, small crates and sort of looks around. I haven't seen your friend in a while.
Renard.
Hey.
He's about doing his own thing.
Your friendship be with us tonight. Give us a sign.
Visibly swearing at Cassian.
Pebble just looks confused for a bit and then it's like, I give up.
Lick Cassian's head.
You feel it? Yeah.
There are friends in this room with us.
Maybe he's closer than we think.
Aerenthias saunters back over and, oh wonderful, you brought friends.
These are the ones we talked of.
My, you are a handsome bunch. I'll be getting more drinks. And turns on his heel. And a minute later, returns with a few more.
So sad I'm ugly right now.
Literally my ideal man. Keeps buying us drinks, roguish and charming.
Comes back with like a carafe of iced wine and places it on the table. And puts out enough drink for everyone.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Very kind of you.
Pours it out and raises it and to new beginnings.
New friends.
Your friends.
Slide my drink to Elyse.
There's water as well. I mean, maybe we can talk some more at another point when there are less ears around. But your friends here tell me that one of you are looking for a band of mercenaries known as the Weeping Eye.
We are indeed.
As I mentioned to them, I have a friend who might be looking for some similar. Might be conducting some similar business. Perhaps we can join paths.
If you'd all be comfortable with that.
Whisper into Elise's ear, ask him why his friend is looking for them.
Why is your friend looking for them?
I'd rather not divulge that information right now. Perhaps you can ask them tomorrow, in person. I wouldn't want to get anything wrong.
It would be useful to know ahead of meeting this person anything you can tell us.
I'm sure it would, but there are some things that, unfortunately, I'm not at ease to share quite yet.
Well,
I'm sure you understand.
As long as you can guarantee there are no crossed wires in interest here.
I'm fairly certain. In fact, I could guarantee it. You smile as you see 2 sharp fangs where his incisors are. I believe similar to Astra. Astra has fang teeth as well.
Pointy teeth. Pointy teeth.
Well, if we're done talking business.
Let's drink.
I'm sure if there's nothing else we can talk about tonight, if we're waiting for your friend anyway, then we might as well move on from that conversation.
Yeah.
They'll be around tomorrow.
Just one last thing, where do you want to meet tomorrow?
You
Anywhere in
suggested
particular?
In the square.
the square?
In the square, or?
We
That'd be
can
alright.
go on from there.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Whatever works for you.
Okay.
Most people know where the Temple of Court is, right, in here?
Yes. I assume so.
I frequented it.
Great, that's a good meeting point then.
Wonderful, wonderful. Should we say sunset tomorrow?
Sure.
It's been a pleasure. And at that, he puts his hat back on, like slide it deftly over the horns, tips it, finishes his drink, and I look forward to seeing all of you tomorrow. So like raises his eyebrows at Astra and Boblem, like.
Nice. Like tall boys.
Boblem visibly blushes.
And then turns on his heel, his tail sort of flicking, and he goes out. As he turns, his tail just sort of like flick Astra on the shoulder.
He's suave.
Oh, God.
You know what's interesting?
Astra, he was so hot, you have to go for it.
Go for what?
Never mind. Glug.
I really do appreciate having you around, Boblem.
Thank you. Kind of you to say. Don't know what
It's
brought
very
that up.
refreshing.
Quite the charmer he looked like.
Whispering again. At least how long do I have left on this invisibility thing?
How long does Ren have left on these?
Say not long by this point, probably like
Should.
15 minutes.
About 15 minutes or so. Do you want to get out of this neighbourhood?
The disguises as well. We should perhaps get going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we'll be
let's
able to
take a walk.
Sure. Heather, it was great to see you again.
Wonderful to see you too. Will you be at the games tomorrow?
Yeah, I want to compete, I think.
Have you competed yet?
Hi.
What did you do?
I think I threw a cannonball all the way back to Wilson's Land.
Nice. I would have loved to see that.
You'll see it again tomorrow, I'm sure.
Yeah.
What team are you representing?
Wilson's Landing, of course.
Yeah.
Well done.
The young Boblem here wrestled with him.
No.
Good one.
And one.
No.
Cassian won the diving.
I'm impressed, I have to say. Although I shouldn't be surprised. Seeing what you and your friend can do. Alright,
Yeah.
enjoy your
We'll
night.
see you tomorrow.
I'll be back to the games.
Yeah.
Have a good evening.
You too.
Good evening, Pebble.
And yeah, we will make our exit.
It's early evening by this point. You've had some drinks, you've had some food.
Just dip into an alleyway and just.
Oh, I feel sick. Yeah,
I
I'm
love the
gonna
feeling of
again.
being invisible.
How?
It's amazing. Keeps you so alert.
No, magic feels horrible.
Oh, magic. Does it all feel the same?
In my experience, I hate the sensation of it coursing through your body. It's just. I realise this is not the right people to be saying this to.
Yeah, maybe not.
Perhaps you just need to get used to it.
Well, if he doesn't like it, he doesn't have to like it. I don't like using weapons.
That's fair. But I mean, if you can cast it, then if you learned about it more, maybe you'd be more comfortable with it.
I think maybe we should move on from the conversation.
I think Astra's right.
Okay, just trying to help.
Let's go get some sleep.
It's still very early evening.
There's still games going on, or is it more like
Yeah.
activities?
There are definitely games going on.
I'd like to take a walk back through the docklands if that's okay.
Sure.
Not all of them are on. The sailing events aren't on anymore, so the Sailor's Joust isn't going on. But there are still tourneys going on. The Blunted Blade, people throwing axes and shooting bows and crossbows at targets and dummies, and people hurling cannonballs. And you see a long line of people with rods extended over into the lake and fishing. You see that there is a stand where it seems like people are competing fishing, but at this point it's probably just degraded into people chit-chatting and smoking pipes and just enjoying fishing. It doesn't seem like anyone's keeping any tally of anything. It doesn't seem like anyone's really catching anything either. You just see about 20-30 figures side by side, like dangling off It's oddly reminiscent of when some of you met for the first time and found Boblem and Sariel with their legs just dangling off the edge of the day.
Oh,
Well, that time ago, 2 weeks ago.
not even.
Not even.
It feels like one.
Feels like we've been friends for a long time, huh?
guess.
The drops in Mirrodale, that's all.
That seems so long ago.
Mm-hmm.
It really does. So many things have happened since. I would say when I was in the farm, things kind of years just seemed to go into one another. Not much changed. But boy, being out there in the world with you guys, things keep changing constantly.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Not necessarily bad.
How long ago did you leave the farm?
Sorry?
How long ago did you leave the farm?
I'm not sure.
You've been travelling for about a month before finding these locks.
I think that perhaps been around a month. Haven't been from it for that long, I guess.
And you hadn't left it before then? At all? Or?
Not really. I mean, sometimes I would go into the woods and explore with my mom whenever she'd come visit.
Oh.
We would go and she would teach me some magic, introduce me to some of her friends.
Her friends?
Yeah, she had lots of friends. They would teach me magic as well. They could do all sorts of cool stuff.
Did you not see your mum often then?
No, she would kind of come and go. Like your phone. Yeah. Yeah, she always found her way there though. So I'm sure some way I could do that as well.
It must be hard not seeing her that much.
Boblem's I just gotta like get a bit like dark.
Astra takes his hand, gives it a squeeze and then lets go.
It is what it is. Squeezes Astra's hand back.
Yeah.
Well, you got us crazy lost in your life now.
Yeah.
Never a dull moment.
Again, sorry.
It's not a bad thing. I'm very entertained.
And it's not just you. Been locked in dungeons and fought manticores and been chased by bandits. And this has been a pretty wild couple of weeks actually.
I've had wilder.
And wilder is yet to come.
I'm sure.
Do you think?
Oh yes. If there's anything from the past experience of this week to count for.
Does make me worry a bit about what the creature in this pyramid said. But a year? What that could possibly mean? Like, if it's a year of our lives, if we were to take away this year, I would just never have met any of you. I wouldn't have had any adventures.
I mean, that's really sweet. I feel like if that was the case, wouldn't it have already happened? Or, I don't know.
I don't know. I just worry about it, what it might mean.
Me too.
Because a year can, as you guys have proven me, being quite meaningful.
Yeah. Well, if I do go to the library, I was planning on trying to do some research into sphinxes. I don't know if it'll turn anything up, but... Or it might even just make me go around in circles in my head. So maybe it's not even worth it, but...
Look, the way I see it, if we worry about it and we overthink it, we're just going to waste a lot of time.
Exactly, and we'll probably make it much worse in our heads than whatever it actually was, so...
In any case, I feel like we won't find out for a year, so...
Let's start worrying in 11 months.
Yes. Yeah. I guess why worry twice?
We'll be a year older then, and I don't know, better suited to fighting sphinxes or whatever it is we need to do.
I think we'll still be together in 1 year then.
Maybe.
Do you think it's just going to turn up in a year and be like, okay, fight me? Was that the deal?
No, I was suggesting...
I gave you a year to train, fight me.
Scribble notes. I know we've sussed him out.
I was just suggesting simply that it came and it wanted something from us that we weren't actually willing to give, then I don't know.
We'll see, I guess.
We'll figure something out, I'm sure.
Where does everyone want to be in a year?
Oh boy.
It's a big question.
Anywhere.
Elyse's face just goes completely sour.
Maybe too big a question.
Where do you want to be in a year?
Home.
Shape one.
You maybe have this impression from all of my questions, but I'm not from Shapen.
I didn't think so.
But I don't really want to talk about home right now, so.
That's fair enough.
In a year then.
In a year. I don't
Maybe
know.
the Sphinx will take you home in a year.
Wouldn't that be nice? As we're walking through the docks, do I recognise any of the boats? I'm just idly looking, I'm not.
You recognise several of the ones that you came up with. You don't recognise any other ones from before. Not on this side. You know that this side of the... From having been here before, you know this side of the docks isn't where many of the trading ships would come in. It's mainly where the fishing ships are. You get a feeling that if you went further eastward to the other side, you may recognise some from there.
We're not going east.
So does anyone want to do anything else with the games tonight? Or watch any, or take part, or?
It looks like they're all just smoking and drinking at this point.
Sounds great.
There are some games still going on.
What games?
So, axe throwing, archery, knife throwing. The ones on board the ships aren't going on anymore, so there's no rigging climbing, no sailing, no jousting. There are some people smacking the 7 hells out of each other, sorry, 9 hells out of each other, in like padded armed with shields and with blunted swords. And so like wrestling and boxing going on as well, which is drawing quite big crowds. And it's less lively than it was in the day. More people are sort of bleeding in and out of the taverns that line the docklands.
I wouldn't mind hitting a few people with a blunted sword just to get some stress out. I don't really care if I win or not.
You know what? That actually sounds amazing.
I wander over to that one.
Yeah. You watch the fight and you see, you see an elven person with a full head helmet on. The way you can tell is by the ears poking out from the side. You see sort of like Gombason, like padded armor with a few plates over the top, a small steel buckler shield, and a short sword on them as well. Facing what seems to be a human of similar build and stature, just wailing on each other. They don't seem to be particularly skilled. It seems like the elf is deflecting a lot of the blows. And after about 2 minutes of watching parries and strikes and blade being deflected, you see the elf kick out the human's feet and then hold the sword at their throat as they fall back to the ground. A cheer goes up, and both of them remove their helmets. You see the elf brought to the front, their arm lifted up. You see a green ribbon fluttering around their arm.
I'm sure you could beat them.
Maybe. I don't know. I just feel like hitting a few things. Might feel better.
We'll
Yeah.
cheer you on.
I don't really want to fight you though. I feel like you'll kick my ass.
Well, that wouldn't win any points for Will.
Sure to do it by teams, no?
Yeah.
Right. We'll look you up to hit some things.
Yeah. You watch one more fight before you're able to go in. A few people trickle through. And you see, as you're heading in, you're handed a blunted sword, with the armor, armor, the shield, and the helmet. You see on the other side of the arena a young man, probably around your age, sort of like coppery skin, long white hair, slightly pointed ears as well, probably a half elf, just sort of limbering up and looking over at you. And you see some people behind him, a group of 3 or 4, like a motley crew, adventuring sorcerers, like slapping him on the back, and one whispers into his ear and sort of pushes forward into the ring, like steps in, kicks a bit of dust around. Hand stuff.
take my sword belt off and hand it to Cassian. Pull down the face mask, but I'm keeping the rest of my coat and armour on. As long as that's allowed in the rules.
No, your armour is... So they basically give you both the same exact armour and shields. So you get a temp AC of 15, okay? Yeah. And a temp hit points of 25, okay? So basically, whenever you get down to 0, that will be a fight over.
Cool. Okay. In which case, I strip down to just my shirt and dump all of it on Cassian's arm. And put on the.
You shrug the leather on. They tighten it on around you. It's not really what you're used to, but you fought in this before in training. You take the small buckler shield and the blunted sword, and it's not the best of equipment, but you can do it in the helmet over your head. A familiar feeling of cold steel at the back of your neck. You roll your neck and stride forward. The half-elf steps forward as well and raises their sword to you, just holding the point in the air.
I raise my own.
Taps his sword against yours and then stands back in a ready position. Roll initiative, please.
That's one.
Hilarious.
Okay.
I just wait, by the way, I'm not even readying myself.
Okay. He steps back before lunging forward with the strike. It hits you.
I'm going to parry.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So that is add another 1 to my AC. Does it still hit?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Okay. You try and slide the blade off. It's still lancing forward.
Let me just make sure that is. Unless I can't. Let me just make sure what it does. Okay. No, sorry. The 1 will come off the damage.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that's down to 4 damage. Okay, so yeah, if you mark down to now on 21.
As the fight started, am I allowed to be playing my music and...
You could certainly do it. Are you inspiring?
I'm giving a little bit of inspiration.
As you steel yourself, it shuts off most of the sound from the world around, but the notes of Astra's music find their way into your helmet. If you add an inspiration dice and mark off your inspiration. Okay. So you can make your attack.
So, 13.
13, okay. You move forward to strike, but their shield comes up, and the blade lances off it. Okay, make your second attack. With blinding speed, you move again.
17.
17. From where you hit the shield, you're able to take advantage of an opening and strike at their ribs.
Okay. Damage can be 10.
Nice. Okay. The blow slams into their ribs. Like this grunt comes out like a hefty hit. Okay, so that's both your attacks.
Yeah.
Okay. They strike back at you. They swing wildly and it goes wide. Your turn.
I step to the side and swing back at them. 15.
15 hits again. Yeah. You take advantage of the lunging open strike and boom!
And
Come down the
precision strike to this one. That's going to be 19.
19. The sword just rings off the helmet and they hit the dirt. They lie still for a second before push themselves up.
I open my hand.
Put down their sword. Take it and pull themselves up. Reach for their head. They pull their helmet off. You see them looking a bit groggy. Unhurt. Doesn't seem to be like broken bones or anything, but well fought. And at that point the marshal stepped in as well. People of Lakeside, we have a champion for Wilson's Landing. Your name?
Renard.
Renard for Wilson's Landing. A cheer goes up.
You got it!
Made short work of you, Aerith. Don't need to remind me twice. Good work.
Anyone else? Train's not done. That was too quick.
Is nobody else willing to take on the challenge of Renard Delamere?
I'll take him on. You see a large orc figure step in. Might need a bigger sword than that though. You only get the one. Fine. Do as you want. Fact. And he disregards the shield that's offered to him, takes a short sword, takes another from the rack and... Let's go.
As they do him in Orcish, bring it on.
Basically says the same thing back to you.
Initiative 18.
Okay. You go first.
16 to hit.
16 hits. Defense is lowered as it's a bit easier to hit him. And basically stands there and just takes the hit. Yeah, it hits.
Cool. I'm gonna add a precision damage to that as well. Then. Might as well. 15.
15, nice. Okay. You lunge in, go right for his legs.
My
Snot.
second attack.
Yeah.
Get him. 23.
As well. Boom, one knee, swing around, boom, you get the other.
Okay, last precision damage then might as well.
Yeah.
Another 13.
13. Before he can even get a strike out.
Relentless.
Take it down. Again! So you've knocked him down. The marshal's already come in and begun to announce the victory. Stands back up. He swings at you twice. Okay? That is... No. He swings out like, far too recklessly, just endangering himself.
Just delicately step backwards away from him.
Blade goes wide. Going again. Yeah, one blade hits you. So one swing goes wide. The second one just comes in at your knees.
Okay.
He's attacking with disadvantage, okay? So you have advantage on the next strike. Okay?
I do. Okay.
Okay, you take 4 points of damage.
Yeah. Taking one hit. They were both 16s.
That hits.
22, yeah.
That hits. You take advantage of him leaning far, like too far forwards, and the pommel just comes down on his back.
For 9 damage, and then another. I'm just gonna attack. Go and hit him again.
Yeah.
Damn, 11.
Okay. Further hits. Swings his arm off and tries to bat the sword out of the way. Okay. Did you do those both with advantage?
No, I didn't do both of them.
Okay. So yeah, roll the second one with advantage.
Yeah, 23.
Okay. Strike again.
For another 10.
Okay. His face goes down to the dirt and pushes himself off. He's going to attack. First time, pulls back, lunges towards you twice in quick succession. Okay, you take 2 points of damage.
Oh no.
You basically just step out of the way and you just grazes off.
And I said to him in Orcish, you should give this up.
Snarls back at you.
My turn?
Yeah.
15 to hit.
15 hits.
For 11.
You slam one sword out of his hand, the other, foot on his chest, and just push him back. You falls back onto his butt.
This time I just point my sword at his chest and I'm like, don't get up again.
Well, I've got to get up at some point.
I said to get it out of the way.
It reaches up to your hand.
I help him up.
Kind of hard, kind of like pulls himself up. You realise how heavy it is. Forward a bit, but comes up. I'll buy you a drink sometime. That was good. I needed that.
Me too.
Sort of walks out, like his head hanging a little below, and you hear quite a few like from what seemed to be some of his mates on the other side, and some stuff I probably can't repeat on camera.
Red's just like.
I'm gonna say to the umpire, that counts as 2 wins, right?
Fortunately so.
2 for Wilson's landing.
2 for Wilson's landing.
3.
I hand back the blunted sword and shed off the.
They take it, they put it up on the rack. A few more people step in. Okay.
Short-lived, but
You know that you needed that.
wasn't much of a fight.
You were amazing.
Cool. It was cool.
Get the impression that most of them are just fishermen, fisher people. Don't have much combat experience, but I just wanted to get some aggression out.
Wasn't much of a match, to be honest.
I'm sure we'll have a decent match for you soon. Don't worry.
Don't say that.
That's, yeah, quite threatening.
I'm not going to do it. I just... Anyway, I want to have a go.
Yeah, you absolutely can. Absolutely can. Take some time. You step up into a ring. Okay, a young, like half-orc lady arms herself on the other side against you. Roll initiative.
As you're standing in there, Astra's going to be like, have you seen Aisha the Stormwielder? And I'm going to give you thingy as well, inspiration.
Cool.
Hear from Wilson's Landing.
10 on initiative.
So the half orc readies herself and then comes sprinting forwards towards you and makes an attack. Swings, it doesn't hit.
Elyse kind of drops down into a low stance like it's something she's rehearsed before. Takes a swing.
Yep.
Oh my god, that's a natural one. Great!
You swing out, but the weight of the sword isn't what you expected.
Yeah.
It kind of throws you off for a second. You both find yourself exposed.
Too used to daggers.
Okay. Swings at you again, doesn't hit.
Wildly different from the last one.
That'll be a 15.
15, okay. As she falls down on one knee, you're able to like throw out a swipe to the side. It hits. Did you equip one? Did you see what the damage was?
Oh no. 1d6 plus 4, so that's 8.
Okay, yeah. She swings back at you. Ooh, it hits. From where she is, she flips the blade round to the other way and just stabs up into your ribs. Okay, that's 9 points of damage. Okay, so you're on a 10 hit points of 25, remember?
If I were to cast shield with subtle spell, would people still know I'd done it? Like, would it still have an effect?
Yeah, very much.
Okay,
It's just the casting of the spell.
Right, okay.
See? Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Okay, so 9 points of damage off 25. Okay.
I'll just, yeah.
Okay, your turn.
Ooh, 10.
10. You swing back and it doesn't hit. Okay. Oh, she doesn't hit either.
We both suck. Bye. Does that count?
No, that's a miss. No, it's a miss.
Oh, sorry, I thought it meant the roll.
She can't hit either.
We're both just like.
Well, she it reflects you like smacking on the shields and hitting the armor as well. And, yeah, go again.
16 plus.
16 hits.
Cool. Wait, what am I? Oh yeah, so that's 20 total.
Yeah.
So 8 again.
8 again. Nice. Okay. Okay, you wear her down a series of attacks going back and forth where you launch into her shield and then she presses forward, goes for you, she tries to kick your legs out, just back out of the way. And she's sort of off balance, you're able to swing down at her leg and catch her off guard. Okay, so she manages to hit you back. From where you hit her, she basically just pulls her foot up and just kicks you right into the chest. Okay. That's 4 points of damage. Oh sorry, no, 7 points of damage.
So that's down to 9.
Okay.
That'll be 16 to hit.
16 hits.
That's 9 damage.
Okay. You're getting frantic and you feel sweat pouring down the inside of the helmet. Your breathing coming sharp and heavy. You're getting to the end of your rope, but after she kicks you, you're able to jump back and find an opening and just jab into her, followed by basically punching the shield right into her waist. Okay? She looks, after the strike, she falls back, panting heavily as well. She looks like she's on the ropes. She hits again.
Oh. Yes!
4 points of damage.
Okay. Down to 5.
Ariel, you've got this!
You can do this, Aisha!
Oh wait, I've still got the inspiration. What's the inspiration thing again?
Inspiration, you get
D8?
additional 1d8 for an ability check attack roll saving throw.
Cool. So that's a total of 10, so I will add the D8 to that. 13.
13.
Yeah.
You feel Astra's words ring true and you're in, swipe forward, but your foot catches onto the sand and just miss it. She takes advantage of it. She strikes down on you. That's 9 points of damage.
Yeah, down.
A point for Tide and Pier. The cheer goes up again.
It's fine.
Pulls up a helmet. You look down. You see the helmet like roll and stand next to you, and a green-grey hand comes down,
I shake it.
pulls you up to the ground.
Drench in my face.
Yeah, there's like a helmet mark line.
That was close. I enjoyed that.
I thought, if you're back again tomorrow, maybe I'll fight you again.
Sure.
Pleasure. Do you see that? That's how you do it. No. She's more muscular than the last one. You've got no excuses.
She's right.
She's right, she should say it.
You finish up in the ring.
Yeah. She just kind of walks back to the others, like sweat dripping down her face. Just like,
You take off the gear. Hand it back. Well fought. Well fought.
You did well.
I'm out of practice.
Then we can practice.
Hey, you just got healed.
It's true, yeah.
You were told not to do anything until tomorrow.
Yeah, it was.
And you almost had it.
Yeah, properly on the ropes.
If it was a magic match, I would have totally obliterated
Oh,
her.
yes.
That's not even a question. I'm just saying, if you want to practice, we can spar.
Okay.
I also need some practice, so
Oh yeah, you have your new sword.
I do.
There's not particularly anywhere in the tavern that we can, but no, somewhere in a field.
Or on the boat.
Also not a great place for sparring. I don't want to be knocked overboard.
Oh, we wouldn't be trying to, but you know, now that you've said it, it could be funny.
Wouldn't be funny. I
Sorry.
can't swim, so
Oh,
not even as a joke.
You'd be fine.
yeah. Cassian, the champion diver, would be there to fish you out.
Okay.
Sun's
That's
set
right.
by this point. Sorry.
I hand you back all your stuff.
Thank you. I'm just going to carry the coat back.
Yeah.
I point out some holes in it, like, you can fix this for you, right?
Yeah? I don't care.
Where are you going? What would you like to do?
Back to the inn, or are we?
Is the archery still going?
Ooh.
Yeah. It is.
And what sort of target is it?
Like there are some where it's just like round wooden circles. Some where it's like very basic straw dummies. It varies just by stand because there are multiples of each one basically. But yeah, you could go to whatever you want.
I'd like to try the crossbows. It's been a few years since I've touched one, but
You can use a crossbow.
I said maybe. It's been a few years.
Well, why not, right?
Right, yeah, give it a go. Out here, it doesn't really matter as much as it does in other places, so.
You wouldn't really be hurting anything either, so.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a straw thing. Might as well see if I can do it.
You should.
We'll cheer you on.
Sure.
You get up close and you see there's only a couple people around. And, oh, you coming? You coming?
Sure.
You playing? Wonderful,
You
wonderful.
got crossbows or
Yeah, we got some. What's the name?
Verdant Astra.
Verdant Astra for Wilson's Landing. Mark it up, Reggie. Let's go.
Yeah, Richie.
Give it a game.
You see a small figure, green skin with long pointed ears, sort of standing out the crowd. Sort of like black clothes and like a hood on, sort of cocky with this grin. This is Ellie from Federico. Go on, line up. You step forward, they hand you a crossbow. It looks fairly simple, fairly nice made. You know what it is, you know what the business end of it is. And you're handed 5 bolts as well.
Okay.
5 shots,
Sure.
most shots on the target win.
Right. Okay.
Right, line up. Verdant Astra gets the first shot. So if you make a shot,
So that is 23.
23. You line up, place your feet in the positions, look down the sights and pull the trigger. It kicks back into your shoulder and with his whistle, it thumps right into the centre.
Yes, Astra!
You go, Astra.
World famous archer!
I'm really not. It's been like 10 years since I've used one of these.
I'm still so talented.
Verdant Archer.
As the cheers go on, you hear the same and boom, a bolt hits as well. Take another shot.
12.
12. It jumps 12 as well. 2 bolts fire out in succession. Both of them just skimming the target and just lodging in. Okay? Your crossbows are reloaded. Hand it back to you.
Less. 12.
12. Just hits as well. Just sticks just into the head of it and sort of like wobbling out, but is in there. You look over to Elyse, and you see it goes wide. Okay?
Okay.
Ooh. I don't mean that kind of commentary. Not while I'm working.
It's just beginner's luck.
Right. What'd you get? 1 or 20?
Natural 20!
Splits the first.
24!
That's exactly what it does. You see another one from Ellie go wide, you sort of, oh boy. Splits down, right down the first one.
Right, Merida. Yes, Astra!
Yeah.
Everyone sort of looks over. Yeah! They lean over to take the final bolt from you. You've won. Ada can't even shoot anymore. You gained too much of a lead. Unless you wish to.
I might as well.
Go on.
Sure. 12 again.
Hits the edge of it. And just sort of dangles off again. You see straw leak out. The third one goes wide for Ellie. You see the coffin like thrown down to the ground and stomps off. And Verdant Astra for Wilson's Landing. Mark it down. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Didn't know you could do that.
You're good at that.
Thank you. It's been a long time since I've tried to use one of those, so
Clearly you're still just as good.
Wouldn't know it. You're a fine shot.
thank you. Thank you very much.
Renard bolt.
Sorry about that.
Surprise of entertainment. There it is.
I didn't pay for it.
No.
Champion shouldn't pay for anything.
Precisely.
Points for Wilson for it.
Thank you kindly. We'll take the crossbows and hand them up to 2 people after you.
Sure.
Is there anything you wanted to do, Sariel?
I don't have any magic contests.
I want to do the rigging climbing, but it's not going to be open again until tomorrow, so.
They have knife throwing.
They do.
Ice knife throwing.
Gonna lose.
It's basically on the back of this, on this thing.
Why not?
Do you have the range?
I might.
Yeah. You step up to the dagger throwing alley, it's a bit more like confined and smaller. And you see an older orc gentleman sort of gives you the nod as you come up and sort of smiles at you silently.
I'm not bad.
The one the half orc who's manning the stand comes up and, will you be competing? You might be one of our last.
Okay.
What's your name, miss?
Sorry.
Wonderful. Take these. Hands you 3 small throwing blades.
Okay.
Would that just be a dagger on the
Yeah.
Cool.
I know. Takes you down the alley, and the orc walks down as well. And then as you take it, the orc's like, here, let me. Then takes the knife and basically puts it the other way for you in your hand, and you'll throw better like that.
Okay.
Take a shot. Go on.
9.
9. It goes over and goes a little bit wide. You hear it into the wood behind. You see the orc next to you? Looks good. It was a good try. Watch this. Take a shot as when you see it hit on like the outer ring of the circle. Go on.
So give him a sideways glance. Like, would you patronise me?
Trying to be supportive.
10.
Another one
God.
goes wide and sinks into the wood.
Is he doing one?
Yeah. Sorry, you just hit.
Okay. Oh. Natural 1! Oh! It's not a magic contest!
Sort of flips out and like skids across the floor. His misses as well. So you like clatter off the rails and 2 more knives are handed to you each. Okay.
That's better. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You look. You see the orc next to you. Throw one, and it cling, bounces off one of the rails as well. Doesn't sink in. Your one, right in the centre. Nice.
Nice.
Okay, so 2 and 1. Okay.
Well done, Sariel.
Yes! You've got this, Sariel!
This is why ice knife never works.
You should be using real knives.
Final one.
Natural 20!
It sinks right into the second knife, and you see as he's distracted, sort of, it just hits the side of the wall and sticks in there. And good work. Good work. Good work.
Sort of tilt my chin up so you get a bit patronising me.
That's a mark each. Mark each. Equal. Congratulations.
Sarah's just fluffing the first ones, right?
It's going easy on him.
I was waiting for the big finish.
Ta-da.
Ta-da. You did amazing. Well
great.
done. It's not my forte.
You did really well.
Excelled, is it?
Sword fighting isn't mine, so. You did great.
Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. Okay. You stand up against a human.
Okay.
They don't introduce himself.
Rude.
And sort of just give the nod.
Ugh. 11.
Okay, your first one goes wide.
Mm-hmm. Bye.
Okay. Your second one throws.
Way better. That'll be, oh my god, 23.
Okay. Yeah, both of them hit.
That's,
Third one.
14.
Yep, both hit again. In like rapid succession.
15.
Okay. Both hit as well. And your final knife you are given. You look over at them and they're looking at you coldly.
15 again.
15 again. Oof, and that's a miss. Okay. 4 blades each. Another draw. They're doing well down in Wilson's Landing, obviously. A mark on each, once again. A round of applause goes off again.
Good job.
Well done, Asia.
As you leave, they pull the knives out and begin packing things down. It seems like for the evening.
Everyone had enough fun?
Yeah, we'll come back tomorrow, I guess.
You both did pretty well.
Like I say, wouldn't have had a chance if it was magic. I do believe that.
One day maybe we'll find a contest that's about throwing bolts of lightning and stuff at people.
Should we head back to the tavern then?
Yeah. Did you want to take me to take a look at that sword when we get back? Or?
Yes, that would be wise.
You pass the pig racing.
Excuse me, can you not just throw these sentences at us, JD? He likes making pig noises.
You see what seem to be a couple of drunk people lined up outside one of the rather boisterous events. Which seems to be like a long track, essentially, where big pigs are lined up at one end. People are fitted with saddles onto them and then are ridden down, racing the pigs down the track.
Boblem, you look excited.
Oh, we gotta do this. Oh, we gotta do this.
Did you do this on your farm? Is this a farm thing?
Maybe, but I didn't win anything for it.
Boblem's gotta do this.
I mean, if you can wrestle a with I feel like...
You can ride a pig.
Yeah.
I wasn't really competing with the pigs. Anybody else want to join me?
Absolutely not.
You can take this one.
I'm okay.
Astra? Sariel?
I'm just looking at my animal handling, just like I could.
Astra, Sariel, you should.
I imagine many of the same team can compete because there will be many of the different teams as well, no?
Yeah. You can all line up and do it separately, yeah.
Come on, the three of you.
Two druids and a be good.
Riding pigs because they're best friends.
It looks like there are a number of tracks. You probably could all race at the same time, but there's not enough interest in it currently, so only 2 are racing at the moment, but there is a pen of a number of picks, so you probably could all race at the same time.
Okay.
Do it.
Go on, Boblem.
Do it. When are you going to get the a chance ever again.
Tomorrow.
Come on, all three of you, it'll be fun.
Would you like some tiny booze to fortify you first?
Cool.
This is the silliest thing I've ever done.
You step up and you see a group of a few people sort of staggering up and laughing. One of them has like mud all up their face. The gentleman turns around and sort of, in as much as a human can look like a pig, and just sort of, you know when someone looks like their pet?
Just dragging this guy.
Hey, I love pigs. Pigs are beautiful.
It's the epic of 101 Dalmatians.
Turn towards you. You in a race?
Yes, I believe we are.
Wonderful. My name's Tommy. We're sort of wrapping up for the evening, but come on, let's get you saddled up. Right. Have any of you ridden before?
Not a pig.
Ah.
Not at all.
Then this might be a learning curve for all of you. Not much to bear in mind. It's a straight track. First one there gets it. Let me see if I can rustle up a few other people so you're not just competing amongst yourselves. Give me a minute. Why don't you go get acquainted with the swines?
Yeah.
And lead you to lead you to like a wide open pen full of pigs. There's probably about 10 in there. Very, very big piggy. All of them are wearing like saddles and very basic bridles and reins which have been custom built for these pigs. They are big, they are hairy, a little bit smelly but not too much.
Don't know how to speak with animals equipped today.
I have it.
You get to the gate and
You speak with animals.
what do you say to the piggies?
Hello, piggies. Which one of y'all is fastest?
Me! One sort of butts the other, like pushes forward. There's this large, very broad-shouldered piggy with like 2 little tusks coming off. It's like mostly grey and black. It's got what seems to be like a big, wide pink belly which is wobbling underneath it. It's got some muscle to it. Me!
I like ya. You kind of pets him.
To us, it's Boblem also like.
Cassian watching this is just like, this is utterly grotesque.
I'm inclined to agree.
No fan of animals, are we, Cassian?
Not all animals.
Which one doesn't mind me riding it?
Which one of y'all are okay with being in the race?
Me.
You all like this?
Yeah, fun. I like it. Me too.
Y'all having fun?
Yeah.
I think they're all having fun, Astra.
Okay. Just puts his hand out to be like, friends.
You get a big pig kiss.
I like
I see you've chosen your compatriots.
Wait, have you chosen Sariel?
I was gonna say one to like come up to you as well. I was definitely like snuffling at you. The gate is opened. 3 pigs are marched out, all like snuffling at you. And you're led to the beginning of the tracks, and you see 3 half orcs on the other side of the divider. Look at you. They look a little bit sauced as well. Right, everyone, here's the rules. A to B, get to the end fastest. First one there wins the mark. No punching, no kicking, don't hurt the piggies.
Absolutely not.
Very strict rule we have to enforce. Are you ready? Saddle up!
Alright.
The pigs are put into their little bay, you come up behind them and sort of start snuffling. There's some little like troughs built into them, and you're able to tentatively step up and straddle the pig. You're on this very basic leather saddle. There's a very basic rein coming up, and you realise that this is not very stable. As their bellies like move around, so does the saddle, and you may not stay on here.
I'm just picturing Boblem with his, like Sariel really small, but Boblem's knees like by his ears.
Oh no, they're big pigs. They are big. Like,
Sariel looks even smaller.
yeah, it's like Shetland pony size maybe.
Oh,
Yeah, they're big pigs. They're hogs. Full on hogs.
how long?
Okay. You're ready. You saddle up. Okay. Okay. Are you doing anything before you start?
What's your name? That's the piggy real quick.
Turns.
Just whisper to it. You got this, Terrence.
Yeah.
Scratch my behind the ears.
I hate this, but I can't look away.
How the hell do we roll for this?
Yeah, what?
Roll for pig?
Roll if pig.
Are you trying to encourage us at all?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'll say each of you make an animal handling check.
Hell yeah. 15.
12.
23.
Okay. You see the other crew on the other side still on, almost falling off. One of them isn't even holding onto the reins, they're just holding onto the saddle, like basically just under their legs. So looking out nervously at each other and then looking over at you three who are all scratching the piggies and getting these responses back. And, okay. Take your marks! Bing! And all the gates are lifted up on a hinge at once. The pigs begin cantering as only a pig can. The rest of you see this cloud of like dirt and dust like kick up with little piggy legs, little piggy tail saunter off. Okay, first of all, none of you are proficient with land vehicles. So just make a dex check.
God, this counts as a vehicle.
4. No, sorry, 8. 8 with my tractor. 4.
14.
10.
Okay. Bottom's pig takes the lead, so bounding up, both legs like coming out at once in this very odd gait. You come up shortly behind, and Astra, you're sort of tentatively moving along, trying to encourage your piggy to move, but it's not going as fast as you quite hope. You see a few of the other. Oh, sorry. Actually, you all need to roll with advantage, so roll again because your animal handling.
Oh, that's better. That's a natural 1.
Natural 20.
Hey! 21.
21. Okay, so you two, Sergio, you still move ahead quite far. Okay. Of the other team, you see one of them is pulling up and is just behind you, Astra. So between Astra and Sarah, like parallel to that. The Boblem is taking the clear lead. Okay, it's getting very bumpy, and you see it's getting thrown about out a little bit. The saddle's not too tightly on. You should also make a dex save.
With advantage or just straight?
No, just straight.
13.
4.
4. Boblem, the speed is too much for you. You find the saddle slipping. And you find your shoulder hit the dirt and Terrence skids to a halt. Okay, if you two make another dex check, this one's no advantage.
Not 12.
No. 7. Okay. One of the people is picking up and is now on pace with you two. Okay, make one final one, Boblem, you include, as you get back on.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Even worse.
19.
22.
4.
4.
Both just on the ground laughing. Just like full bellied laughing.
Terrence snuffles up next to you, sort of laughing as only a pig can, and then drops to his back, belly up in the air as well. As the two of you surge ahead, Sariel taking the lead.
Yes!
You got
I got 19. 22.
22. Okay. So Sariel taking the lead ever so slightly as Astra brings it up, and just at the same moment, the two of you crossing the line in the sand. About a meter behind is the third, one of the pigs from the other team, followed about 5 seconds later by the other two. And a cheering like a rowdy comes up.
This was very silly. This is probably the most silly thing I've ever done. I was probably like close to crying from laughing. Just like, what the heck?
The pigs move up to a trough at the end, which is full of more just dozens and dozens of litres of pig food and begin burying their snouts in it, and you sort of tip forward. It then comes forward, like takes both your hands, is able to walk you off, and after the pigs are there for a minute, they pull them away and lead them around the side and bring them back to the pen. Terrence is
good scratch.
Terrence is collected.
Is Boblem collected?
Yeah. Eventually stands up. He's like holding his stomach because he's laughed so much. It hurts. It's very funny.
Terrence is led to the trough and allowed to eat as well before being brought back into the pen.
Thank you, Terrence.
Oh my god.
Well done, you guys.
Only a pig can.
Only a pig cat.
Hate that.
You guys did great.
Elyse is just like in tears of laughter, drinking her tiny booze. Having a great time.
Cassian's eyes are wide as if he's seen a horror he never thought of before.
You're all both naturals. You do great at the farm.
Now you smell like pig.
I don't think that's something I've never done before, and I don't think I'll ever do that again. I'm pleased to have the experience, but I'm pleased to leave the experience behind.
You're so good at it.
Was that 1 point or 2 for Will's standing?
It's probably just one. You heard them calling out one. Yeah, it's basically each of you had 3 chances to win.
Good job, Sariel. Congratulations.
You led away, you give Terrence a small goodbye and he snuffles up at you, as all the pigs do.
All the pigs like salute you. We've lost our.
They're gone in the void.
Lost to the piggy. Lost to the oink.
I think a bath sounds really good. Okay.
Did anyone check whether there were bath facilities at Orin?
Not at all time.
Well, prestidigitation.
Try and get rid of the smell, but I'm not sure.
Worst comes to worst, I can burn all your clothes.
No, I don't.
Absolutely not. Boblem wants his overalls.
Which are a little bit piggy, but you know, it's nothing you're not used to.
I'll wash them.
Yeah.
Astra will try and immediately try and get rid of them.
On like the walk back, you could do it. You can get rid of the smell, like absolutely. And like casting a cantrip like that isn't like while it might raise some eyebrows, people seeing it happen. It's not gonna alert the guards by any means or anything.
And the mud.
Yeah.
Yeah, prestidigitation can just clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This has been very fun. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Not like any tournament that I've ever seen before.
No.
It's a nice distraction.
It is.
We seem to be very good at many things.
I'm just good with my sword. You all did fantastically.
Well, I don't know about all. There's some piggies.
Boblem, you wrestled a wyvern and won.
That was incredible.
Well,
It was a slippery wyvern as well, so...
it's just all very fun. I love competitions like this.
I did enjoy participating.
Maybe more tomorrow.
Maybe.
I still want to do the climbing.
We've got time to spare until we meet Aerenthias.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, but let's get back and just get back.
You make your way back to the tavern unimpeded, and there are a fair few group of drunken sailors and fisher people who stop you on the way and like cheer and like try and like high five you or like, clink bottles with you and just sort of leave you be.
Before anyone sort of gets inside, I will like stop Renard
Yeah.
so that everyone else is in. Have a moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just wanted to seriously express my gratitude for the sword earlier. I don't think I quite got that across at the time.
It's fine, just make sure you make good use of it.
Yes, and
And you owe me a favour.
I owe you a favour, and I would appreciate some lessons at some point, if you don't mind.
Sure, I can do that.
Yes, I understand things might be a bit different on the road for the lifestyle you're used to, but...
Excuse me? What are you trying to imply?
The things might not be as cushy as you're used to at home, but that I appreciate what you're doing.
Right. Fine. Yes. You're welcome.
Okay, have I hit a nerve again?
No, I haven't been making a big deal of the fact that... I think you've been making a bigger deal out of the fact things haven't been that comfortable than I have, so...
Well, yes, they haven't been, and I thought that maybe you shared the sentiment.
I do, but we do what we have to do.
And I agree.
Fine. We keep doing this, huh?
Yes.
Yes, I can give you sword fighting lessons, I suppose, and just don't worry about the money or anything, it's not that important to me.
Oh, right. Mummy and Daddy probably paid for this back home.
I'm going to grab Cassian by the collar
Yep.
and pull him very close to my face.
Do you resist?
No.
What the fuck did you just say?
I said... Mummy and Daddy probably pay for it back home. Not used to spending this much. Out of your own pocket.
I'm just gonna like shove him very hard back against the tavern door and storm away.
Mm-hmm. Into the tavern or away?
No, away.
Okay. You wander off down the alley a little bit.
I go after him.
You would hear the footsteps shortly after. About 10 feet behind you.
What do you want?
Last time I left you alone in the dark. Maybe this time maybe we should just try and talk this out.
Well, shove him hard against the wall and just say, listen here, I'm not interested in being friends with you. I'm not interested in any of the snide remarks you have to make to me. So I'd appreciate you keeping your mouth shut from now on.
We'll keep your mouth shut. I kiss him. And using that motion, turn him around so that he's against the wall.
Oh!
I would say as you're so caught by surprise, it happened.
Yeah, okay. I didn't stop you. Just kind of completely still in shock. And then like very gently push you away.
Very gently push back, but still with an arm against the wall.
I'm gonna kiss Cassian back.
Now he's the one shocked!
It's slightly odd feeling the metal of the mask like push against your face.
And then I'm gonna slip out from under his arm and head back towards the tavern very quickly.
I'll say you're not far away, so it's only like 30 seconds and you're back in. But
Just gently calling off, like, said you were frustrating. Got to work it out one way or another.
I go inside. I go to the bar and buy myself a bottle of wine, a whole bottle,
yeah, that is 2 silver.
and I just go straight upstairs.
Cassian enters your room.
No, I knock on the door and ask for Elyse.
Yeah, I was already up there.
Yeah.
I just come inside and I sit on the bed and I'm like,
So wait, do you knock after he's come in already?
Yeah, I'll just knock on the door and ask for you.
Cool. Mage hand the door open.
Get to take a look at the sword, Elyse.
Yeah, that sounds great. Ren. Oh, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Oh, you can come with me, Sariel and Boblem, it's fine.
Okay. Let's go with.
Yeah.
I'll wait here.
We'll do this, and then if anyone else wants to do anything, so I think probably don't do it.
Jesus Christ, sorry. Literally. What?
Hey, you gave me the perfect entry wording.
Fair.
So, where are you two going to identify this?
Oh, I said that you could come in our room.
Oh, I see.
No.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't realise.
Yeah, sorry, I need a minute to be Sariel again. Fucking hell. I've forgotten who Astra is. Too much has happened. I love and appreciate you so much.
Okay, you come into the room. There's space for you all to fit in.
Before we get, I'll just be like, what did you do to him now?
Oh, nothing.
Pissed him off again?
No, I just had a conversation.
He's drinking.
People can drink, he's had a long day.
Okay, sure. Let's look at this sword.
Sure. Right. Get it out and lay it down.
You lay it down, this deep blue fading to almost black blade, maybe 10 centimeters wide, maybe 50 long. 10 centimeters wide at the base before it angles out at the top, like the hammerhead shark, or 4 holes punched in it, and the bronze runes inlaid down. Bronze banding, a black leather wrapped hilt, and like a heavy set dark blue jewel down at the bottom for the pommel as well.
So even though I know that you're about to cast your spell on it,
Yeah.
I sort of point out the runes to you and say,
Yeah.
ask, perhaps, I don't know if you understand the language at all? Or?
Do I?
Currently, no. Are you
Yeah,
attuned to the
Yeah, I still am.
Then yes, you do.
Ah.
You recognise this as dwarven. They're not so much letters or words, but they are magical inscriptions.
Yeah.
This is of dwarven make. You can now tell just by reading the dwarven runes. The enchantment is of something of defense, something to do with the waves and water.
Oh. Yeah, I can read them actually. Something to do with water and defense, some kind of enchantment, I guess.
Oh, it's... well, it came to the right of...
Yeah, this thing is amazing. I just kind of like pick it up and like run a hand or like drift a hand
It's
over.
heavy and it's dense, and the blade is impossibly sharp. You dare not to even like run your thumb along
Yeah,
it, 'cause you
yeah,
can
yeah.
just
I'm just
hold
like
it down.
my hand
Yeah,
above it,
yeah.
just kind of taking in its aura.
Yeah.
It's doing a vibe check, you know.
Yeah.
The sword.
Undertow is the name I have given it.
That's a good name.
I'm assuming we're there as well.
Oh yeah, of course you are.
It's in a room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Just like,
Yeah, you can just be like
sorry, I'm still just
making friendship bracelets on the bed.
absolutely fucking breathing. Yeah, I'm so thrown off.
Yeah, she takes out the Battlefield journal and flips back to the identify page and starts like tracing lines of static over it. And
Yeah, you do that, and you lay out the materials in the circle that you require, and you sort of take notes of what exactly she's doing. She reaches out, and the gust of wind like opens the door before shutting it again. You see the blade begin to spin and swirl over the 10 minutes, just hovering like 2-3 centimeters off the wooden floorboards, creating this small disc, just slowly turning, and Elyse with her eyes closed and occasionally whispering and muttering something as she reaches out and discovers the essence of this thing. This is a short sword made by the Keragir, the sea dwarfs. You determine what the owner said is true. This metal fell from the sky in a star into the sea, and was then forged in the heart of a volcano underground. It will never dull. It's permanently sharp. It's nigh impossible to break as well. So mechanically, it's a +1 blade, and you can see the enchantment that can be activated. Causes the wielder to appear as if water is pouring down in front of them, essentially obscuring them from vision. This is mechanically, this can cast the spell Blur once a day on the wielder.
that's so rad.
Means that people have disadvantage to hit you. That's for 1 minute.
That's so
It can be
good.
cast. So it looks like you're standing basically behind a waterfall.
Random shot really coming through your whole vibe.
Sexy.
Yeah,
Like every sword he pulled out.
Yeah.
So is that it's once a day? It can be used.
Yes.
Like when it hits something, or just in general?
No, it's not when you get hit.
Yeah, when
Sorry,
you
sorry.
hit something with the sword, does it cast then, or you just cast it
choose when
whenever?
to cast it. Choose when to cast it.
It's like a command word type thing.
Yeah.
Do I know the command word?
Yes. Kalatvesh.
And is that in Dwarvish
That is in
as well?
Dwarven, yeah.
So yeah, Elyse like comes out of this trance and her eyes just flicker for a minute, and she comes out of it.
You learned something?
I don't think this could have gone to a more perfect owner.
Do tell.
So yeah, it's dwarven in make, made by sea dwarfs.
Yes.
Did
the
you tell me
owner
that
said
already?
so.
It will never break or dull, no matter what you do to it, which is useful in and of itself. But there
Nearly
is...
never break, sorry.
Huh?
Nearly never
Oh,
break.
nearly
like,
never break. Okay.
something.
It's
Yeah.
almost unbreakable and it will never dull, which is useful in and of itself. But there is a command word and an enchantment attached to it. It can cast blur for you, make you appear as though you're behind like a wall of water, and your enemies will find it very difficult to hit you.
Appropriate.
Just like, oh my god, if it was sensible to kiss this sword.
Why not? You already kissed someone else.
You do know that it requires a connection between the wielder and the blade?
So would that be attunement?
Yes,
or-
exactly. So you'd have to attune to this.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll have to spend some time kind of studying it, I think, before you can use it, but it shouldn't take too long.
That's alright, I can use tonight's meditation to do that.
Yeah, so good find.
Thank you for your help on the subject.
That's okay. I did have a couple of things I wanted to ask you actually, if that's alright.
Among company or?
Oh.
In private, if you don't mind.
Sure, we can take a walk if...
Yeah, I don't know where to go if we leave the room.
That's fine, we can just...
Wash off your
It's
pig
fine.
mud.
Well, first things first, I don't care about people knowing about this. I just take my jacket off and show him the massive hole in the back of my tunic with like the bruise underneath it.
Yeah.
It's like the injury that was healed. If you wouldn't mind at some point fixing this tunic.
Sure.
It's small enough that you could mend it with your mending hand.
Oh.
You just do it right then.
Well, it takes a minute, but I can
Oh.
do that as we walk.
Yeah, okay.
I
Fix that
have
weird.
I have a spell that can just fix that on the
Yeah,
way.
I've seen you use it on your own
Yeah.
stuff before.
You see a little needle of ice like spring from Cassian's nail and zip through, causing like little like white splashes of water, basically knitting it together. And where it forms, it's good as new. Before the needle just rolled off and
It's a cool trick.
tripped on your arm.
It's come in handy throughout my career, so...
Yeah, I'm sure it has. Are we outside now then, or we're just like walking?
Yeah.
Out.
Yeah.
Your magic is arcane in nature, like mine, I guess, from what I've
Yes.
seen. I was just wondering what it feels like when you use magic. In your arcane focus, the wand, I'm assuming.
Just... sensation?
Yeah.
Magic, from my understanding, blends with the user. You've seen the way that Sariel or Boblem may cast and flowers may spring forth from them. For me, I find kinship with the ocean.
Mm.
When I cast, it's like cold water through my veins, and it just springs forth like sea foam.
And how does it make you feel, like, emotionally?
Powerful.
Yeah. Thanks.
Is that all?
I'm just curious, your focus, did you make it yourself, or did you buy it, or did someone make it for you?
I made it.
Uh-huh.
Just cobbled it together with things I found.
Yeah. And did you use anything before that, or?
I made it for the purpose of studying magic, so.
So it was your first arcane focus?
Yes,
Ever?
yes.
Okay, never mind.
Are you not... It's quite violent when you cast, isn't it?
It can be.
Does it hurt?
No.
But it seems to take a lot out of you.
Sometimes it varies, but most of the time it's like when I'm casting, I'm complete. Like in that split moment that I cast the spell and I connect to the focus, like I'm about to understand something and then it just goes. Like if I could cast like that all the time, constantly, I would, just to feel that way.
Elyse, sometimes it's nice to burn candles, but a candle can last for a very long time with a cautious and well-kept flame, or you set it truly alight and the wax is gone within minutes. Don't set yourself alight too much. It would be a shame if you flickered out.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now go sleep if you're going to climb all that rigging tomorrow.
You complete your walk, you head back. Sariel and Boblem, are you doing anything? Besides the friendship bracelet.
After I've had a bath, just that.
There'd be like a small area downstairs where one of the off buildings off the kitchen is essentially a large copper tub which they can fill with heated water and you can bathe in that. But there's not one in your room or anything. It's pretty simple furnishings, but yeah, you're able to bathe.
Probably take turns to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wash my clothes as well.
Yeah. Well, they can take your clothes and just wash them. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, if you're not doing anything else.
Nothing in particular I've had.
General business.
Yeah.
Astra, Renard?
I'm drinking wine.
You see Renard drinking wine. You see Renard drinking quite a lot of wine.
Gonna go sit on the bed next to him with the loot that he gave me. Just. Hi.
Hi.
Thought you said you didn't want to drink anymore after last time.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
You're right.
Do you want some?
Sure.
It's alright.
Cheap wine.
It's not
£4 corner shop wine.
Box wine.
Yeah. We should try and finish off the last bits of that map and hand it in tomorrow.
I can do that.
Sure.
And I was wondering if you could do me a favour. Just, it's been a few days since we left Sanskra,
Okay.
and I don't know how to take the armour off.
Oh. Right.
I've never worn armour before, and they just put it on me in the shop, and then I walked out and didn't know how to take it off.
Remember, it was quite a debate to put it on. 15 minutes or something.
It's been 3 days.
Now you're covered in paper.
I can help you with that. Stand up.
Okay.
Just put your arms up, I guess. And I will start undressing Astra.
I know, Renard started to tonight.
It's not something Ren's ever done for anyone else before, but I guess he can probably figure it out.
Yeah. It's simple enough. It's leather armor. It's like a hallmark, and you're able to undo the straps at the ribs and at the shoulders as well, and then sort of lift it off as one piece and just sort of like the greaves and.
I'll try and explain
sort
what
of
I'm doing as I go.
Yeah. It takes about a minute to take it off.
So I help you out of it.
Stretches and rolls his shoulders out like, oh my goodness. Thank you.
It's okay, you should have said something sooner, Astra.
Didn't want to be a bother.
Right, well, okay, we should probably clean this and... Okay, I'm just going to spend the next like 15 minutes explaining to Astra how to clean the armour.
Yeah.
Keep it in good shape.
Thank you.
Yeah, you share the wisdom. Pass on the lesson.
And then get out the map to finish filling in all the bits of the map we went through.
Yeah. Sorry, no, go on.
I was going to say, I will use my proficiency to help with that.
Yeah. Between the two of you, with your backgrounds and experiences and proficiencies, you're able to set out the whole thing, and it's you basically covered in this entire path, and the radius of it going. It's fairly extensive. How far up do you go? Do you go all the way to Sandsgrove and into the mangrove swamps, or do you go to the edge of the swamps?
Into the swamps.
Mm-hmm.
But I hesitate when it comes to placing Sanskrit on the map.
As far as I remember, this place was just a lagoon.
Yeah.
No city.
It's probably for the best that we... I mean, if they have sunk it now, then it is just a lagoon.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to draw a lagoon.
Yeah, that's fair. As far as I know, you weren't plotting beyond Sanskrit as well.
Okay.
Just got up to that point, but it's plenty. It's filled up most of the map, and you draw on with beautiful detail, minute.
I don't mark on the Druid Temple,
Okay.
but I do mark it on my own map of
Okay.
Caldera, vaguely.
Yeah. And you're able to make a couple of reference ones and sketches and detail as well. Yeah.
Just don't want to send some people there. Oh, we can go check this out. It's like
No. Back there.
that's going to be great. That's going to be a ton of money.
Sure.
If you don't mind, I'd just put that away and drink the rest of my wine.
We can talk or something. Get you out of your head.
Sure.
You go into your head a lot when you're stressed out or something's happened, so it's not exactly a good thing to do, because then you end up just going in circles and circles and asking questions and answering questions of yourself that you just don't know the real answer to.
That was a lot of points, Astra.
I know. You did give me really bad wine.
I'm not used to talking very much about how I feel.
My mum used to say the best way to feel better is to talk it out.
It's not something I spent much time in my life doing. There was someone I used to share stuff with, but she's... I don't think she's with us anymore, so thank you for being here though. I wouldn't know how to start.
That's alright. If you ever do know how to start, I'm always there. To listen, offer advice, or just give the occasional
That's appreciated. Do you dream?
quite vividly.
I suppose that's what most people would say.
Well, everyone's different. Like Elyse said, maybe you've had dreams but you just don't remember them.
Maybe.
It's been a stressful couple of weeks, so
I don't know, 23 years without dreams. You'd think I'd remember one or two.
you're only 23.
Yes. I'm 24 in a couple of months. Why?
Just young.
How old are you?
I'm 26.
I'm not that much younger than you.
Still young.
talking.
I don't know, it feels like 23 has dragged on for decades. Can't imagine how it feels for Sariel and Cassian. Drink some more wine.
Vision's getting a little fuzzy around.
That's good. That's nice.
I would also partake in your bad wine.
It's pretty disgusting, isn't it? Didn't realise cheap alcohol tasted this bad.
I don't really know the difference at this point.
Someday I'll get you some expensive alcohol and you can see what you've actually been missing and not just this utter piss we've been drinking.
Thank you for loose, by the way. You didn't have to buy it, but I really appreciate it.
It's fine. I appreciate you playing your music.
You do?
Yes.
Thank you.
Music brings a lot of joy and I don't know, it's just good to have you with us on the road playing it all the time. It's distracting. In fact, if you want to get me out of my head, music is a good way.
I can do that. Starts playing it.
You begin playing and carry on. Shortly after, Elyse returns to the room, Cassian to elf room.
Elf room.
Wow.
Drinking and music, what's going on in here?
Is anyone else doing anything else on the night?
Just sit and chat with these two for a bit. Sit and chat and drink.
Yeah.
I will say I will first attune to the sword,
Yeah.
then gather up my pile of stuff, excuse myself, and go find somewhere quiet to work on stuff for the next few hours, and then come back to sleep for the 4.
Yeah, there's like the common area downstairs in the tavern.
Like, I would say from now on, any sort of loose time that's not being doing anything, I'm working on that.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
Just let me know when it's done.
Yeah, cool.
Secrets.
Hell yes.
Making more kisses.
I will sleep as soon as I'm drunk enough to sleep.
Yeah. You do sleep, and more of these half visions and memories come back to you. A vision of a pair of shoes, and you're looking up, and there's like the long, like the bottom section of someone's robes, and hands just clutching at it, balled up in fists, and you feel your shoulders shaking and your chest aching as sobs just pour through you, and you wake.
I wake up sobbing. I'm gonna dry my face and as quietly as I can dress and put the mask on. And go outside for some air.
Night is dark and still and cold. You do hear noise in the distance. Revelers far off, but the street itself is quiet.
I'm just gonna take a stroll.
Yeah.
Probably
You walk
towards
around
the
the
east
block.
docks.
Yeah. You walk to the blocks and see familiar buildings where you've been before. See lots of ships docked up. Several people. Some slumped in alleyways, some perched up against crates and boxes. You get to the docks, you see people working, loading things onto ships, and off ships. Get the impression dawn's maybe 2 hours away.
I don't linger too long. I know that sun comes up and I'm probably not putting myself in a great position to be lingering around here, so I'm just gonna like take a stroll down past the ships and then head back to the tavern, and I'm just gonna wait downstairs.
Yeah. You see one familiar ship you recognise that you've seen before in the past and you didn't know it came up here. The key cutter. You see it and don't see anyone working on board. Recognise them. You make your way back.
I'm just gonna sit in the corner of the tavern, like wait for them to start serving breakfast.
And come out about an hour and a half later and see you and bad night.
Yeah, You could say that.
Don't you worry, John. I've got you. About you see the warm glow from the kitchen as the oven is lit. About 15 minutes later, a steaming plate of eggs and sliced cured meats are brought out and placed by you. And
I just nod my thanks and just push the food around the plate until everyone else comes downstairs.
yeah. When morning comes, everyone else does. Another morning in Lakeside. You rise and shine. The two of you noticing Renard's not there, but heading downstairs to find him there. What do you do?
Elyse would wake up with her arcane focus wrapped tightly in her arms.
You've got like indents in your arm, like when you've been sleeping on something hard, you look and it's like,
Little care.
yeah.
But yeah, I guess would notice Renard isn't in the room.
Yeah.
Just kind of.
But yeah, like
He wakes up early, so
Yeah.
she doesn't really think much of it.
yeah, you see him downstairs in a few minutes, so
Yeah.
there are no worries.
Tactically waiting for Boblem and Sariel to be awake so that I can go down with backup.
Did we still share a bed or was it you and Sariel?
That's the point. I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
It
matters.
It matters not who was in the bed. Cassian would have made his way into it when he came back.
So all three of them.
It was your turn in the bed.
Bit of elven spooning.
Yeah. In which
Free
case,
love in the elf room.
are you up first then?
Usually,
You said you would wait for us.
yeah, that's sort of
Sarah wakes up then. You're up early.
usually am.
Not this early.
Why are you up this?
Hearing you guys talk, Boblem wakes up and just puts the pillow over his head and goes, "Why are any of you up so early?"
Relatable. Sleep well?
Yes. What?
Alright.
Don't sleep much. Was busy.
Meditate well then?
Yes. Meditate. Breakfast.
Boblem?
Yeah, I guess sleeping is not much of a choice anymore. Takes the pillow from off his head,
Big mood.
ruffles his curls, and just kind of
Yeah.
puts on normal clothes instead of
He's
pajamas.
still aching from yesterday's festivities.
Wrestling a hog. Wait, wrestling the women and then falling off that hog.
He must be quite bruised.
Have you ever ridden a horse before? You know how it feels when you get off a horse? It's
Ah,
kind of the same getting off a pig.
I imagine much wobblier.
Especially
In a
falling off
strange
a
way,
hog.
yes.
You all gather. So the three of you have gone down and see these three down there. So what have you doing anything before?
Sorry, I just would have grabbed Astra before we head down and just say, I really want to thank you. I don't think it came across for staying with me at the temple. I know it was a long time, so
You've already
Yes.
thanked me. It honestly, if we were there for longer, it really wouldn't have mattered. I just wanted to be there for you.
yeah, it's just kind of boring for you, I guess.
Not really. I'm used to spending time on my own, so I can fill up time with just doing my journaling or.
As a note, you see the bruise has reduced the size of maybe like a gold piece.
Oh, cool.
It seems to have been working.
Yeah, I feel a lot better.
But don't worry, you're my friend.
Thank you.
Nudges you with his arm and then just
She goes, ah!
Drama queen.
and then just gives you a little kiss on the top of your head.
Oh, she melts.
Okay. You all muster downstairs.
Yeah. Time for some food.
Yeah. Breakfast is brought out and steaming plates of food. You are fed heartily. And breakfast provided.
Gonna look at Renard.
Yeah. Does he look okay?
He doesn't really pay any mind to all of you when you come down. He's still pushing food around the plate.
Rough night?
Didn't sleep well, that's all.
Again.
Yes,
Not a dream.
I guess so.
Bad one.
Don't worry about me, I'm fine.
You know, people say I'm fine when they're not.
Oh yeah, I know that. I'm fine. I am.
Fine, I'm not fine, but
He clearly doesn't want to talk about it, so
Yeah.
it's okay.
Look forward to seeing you climbing later, though.
Thanks. We'll see, it's been a while. And then she kind of looks confused and just like... I guess.
Is there any other events people want to do today? I think we did most of it yesterday. We had an entire day to kill before we meet with Aerenthias tonight.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I want to go back to the temple again.
Oh, shouldn't we also give that map somewhere so
Yeah,
we can
that
get
too.
more?
Astra and I finished it yesterday, we can take it in.
Yeah.
Thank you for finishing that.
That's okay.
So, okay.
It's good fun.
We should get quite a bit of gold for that, I guess.
We filled in all the way to Sanskrit, so
You didn't...
we didn't
mark
add Sanskrit.
Well, they wouldn't find it if they went there now anyway, but I don't know how long they'll stay down there for.
Probably for the best.
Yeah, I don't think they want to be on any maps. Should respect that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we hand in the map, we do some more sports. Aerenthias is meeting us at the temple, so I don't mind waiting until later to do that, but there's also still some more stuff to sell and some more stuff we need to buy if you guys need to buy diamonds and...
Yeah, you should do that.
Yeah.
Don't know where we'll end up going once I get the information that I need, but
Yeah, do you want me to go to the city hall for you today, or...?
maybe.
Yeah?
Let's get everything else out the way first.
Was City Hall in Tempest Square, so it's near the temple?
Yes.
So we can go there before we do that, or
Basically
after
just
we do that?
opposite.
Yeah.
Just opposite, yeah.
Well, I'm going in that direction anyway,
Mhm.
so come with me to the temple again. I can go for you. Unless you just don't want to be in that area at all.
I think I'm just going to take some time today,
Okay. You want to be alone?
maybe.
Is that safe? Not to be patronising, just...
No, it's fine, it's a fair question. I deliver that map and get over myself. Yes, maybe City Hall later, but just sort out what you need to sell first and make sure you buy those diamonds if you... What I was going to say is it could be difficult if you come with me, whatever I'm doing next, and I want you to have all the spell components and everything that you need, so... how much more do you need?
150, I think.
We have 200.
Oh, we do. Yeah, you're
So
right.
100, yeah.
And any other potion ingredients, anything like that?
Yeah, that would be useful.
Yeah, we could get more.
I prefer to stay in the room and work on something, but if you go back to the tournament, do just give me a knock.
Yeah, we've got these rubies to sell. I don't suppose you know how much we should be asking for
I'll
to get a fair
hold one
price.
up and have a little look for them.
Make an investigation check and add your proficiency modifier.
Okay, so that's +5 total.
If you're not already proficient with
I'm not very
Okay.
efficient. A 9.
Between the realms of probably 35 and 40 gold a piece.
35 to 40 each.
Okay, that's pretty good. I also found this, and I show him the teardrop crystal, which I've already determined is an arcane, I think.
Yeah, if you want to make another modifier.
Oh, better, 19.
Okay. Fairly sure you value this at like 62 gold.
Ooh.
That one closer to 60. You could maybe even hang up to 70 if you were feeling bold.
I may just do that.
I'm sure you could.
I'm going to give Boblem and Sariel 150 gold to go and buy diamonds and potion ingredients.
She sort of looks at the money and are you sure?
I think it's important we have this stuff. So just, please. Rather than
Okay.
not buying everything you need because you haven't got the money and you just take them and buy it.
Okay.
Yeah, I did finish another greater healing potion one if anybody
well done.
wants it. Thank you.
Well, I have a normal one. Does anyone else have potions at the moment? Do we want to spread them out?
Astra, do you want it?
Sure, I can take it.
Yeah. I was thinking
Do you have any?
keep you up or
I don't believe so.
Or you can have it then.
You should take it then.
Would you?
I think we should spread out the ability to heal.
yeah. I'll make another one for each one of you.
Thanks, Bob.
I do have one I picked up before I met you. Or when we first met.
And you can heal with magic,
I can
so...
do so.
The only problem is it won't taste as good as the sweet tea.
You're not meant to look forward to drinking a health potion, but...
I do.
do.
We'll say for the sake of expediency, spend 100 gold more. You buy the rest of the diamonds that you need. Okay.
Nice.
You can spend the 50 gold on potion ingredients if you want. So mark down that you have 50 gold's worth of potion ingredients.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. You can.
50 gold's worth. Okay. Yeah.
Those of you who are selling rubies, you can sell the rubies.
So yeah, what sort of price do they offer? Can I haggle?
So they offer like 30 for each. Essentially.
So that's for the 6 like normal rubies, and there's also the dirty ruby. Do they offer the same?
They offer like 5 or 6 for the 30 ruby.
I show them the teardrop crystal as well. Just kind of hold it in my hand. Just like, I've got a lot of stuff here, and I know this is very valuable. I think we can do better.
32 each for each of those. And 50 for the cords.
For the what, sorry?
The cords.
I think this is worth more. I'm friends with a very good jeweller, and he told me it was worth at least 65.
Make a persuasion check.
Come on, Elyse.
Gonna cast friends.
Are you using subtle spell?
Yeah.
That's advantage on persuasion check.
Yeah. Nice. That's a 19.
I guess. You've been such a good customer.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you can take each of those for, what was it, 35? Was it?
65 for the teardrop.
Sorry, yeah.
It's the price I gave him. I don't know what
65
he
for
said.
that.
Cool.
Said 32 for the rubies.
32
Yeah.
for the rubies. And what about the dirty ruby?
I'll give you 6 for that.
Wow, Cassian.
I rolled a 5.
I suppose you're interested in these gem-encrusted goblets as well.
Not really my thing.
No?
But thank you.
Alright. Thanks very much. And she walks out really quickly.
Before the spell fades. We'll say you end up next. Those of you who are going, so is that Sariel, Boblem, Astra and Elyse at the Cartographers Guild.
Yeah.
Okay. You find yourself outside a dome-shaped building after following directions with a beautifully carved door with this, what seems to be like a representation of the planet, Valia, the world that you're on. You see the continents broken up and inscribed. You see the Great Rift at the south pole of the planet. And you look and you're able to see like details of encrusting the whole thing. It's sort of above you, so you can't see too much, but you walk into like a central open area with curved desks around the side with probably about 10-15 people drawing maps and charts, like laboriously working, heads down with little lamps and just scrolls and scrolls of parchments and paper. And these struts and beams holding up the structure, this wide dome which is glass with lots of light pouring in. And the beams themselves gorgeously detailed with more writings and illustrations and artwork. As you walk into the centre, there's one sort of C-shaped desk and an older half-orc who's in sort of like a knitted sweater with mutton chops and sort of a bowling head, steps up to you and Welcome to the Cartographers Guild. How might I be of service today?
We've got a map that we'd like to hand in. We made a contract in Mirachel.
Oh, wonderful. Have you got your seal and your writ of decree?
Yes, we do, and I will pull that out.
Wonderful. And takes it and sort of reads over the letter and I'll hang on to this and the map, if you will.
Hand over the map case.
Takes it and rolls it out and looks over it and spends about a minute just looking in at some of the details and like raising his eyebrows. This is good work. My name's Larins.
I'm very Astra.
Wonderful. I'll speak to the accounts and we'll get your payment sorted out. Will you be taking up more contracts? This is good work.
Possibly not immediately, but what else do you have available?
We're searching for the location of a shrine in the Sleeping Dragon's Mountains between Elenithal and Shadeborn. It's a fixed price contract.
What kind of shrine?
I'll find out the details.
We'd be interested in knowing more.
Of course, I'll be back. Turns very slowly and like drops off. Comes back after about 10 minutes. And she has a fairly weighty, seems to be coin purse in his hands, and sort of like purple felted material with the sigil of the Cartographers Guild emblazoned on it, and sort of sets it down, and it sort of spills out a little bit, and it looks weighty and it looks heavy. As promised, 860 gold pieces for your hard work. We appreciate it, and we're more than happy to have you again. The shrine, I am told, is a burial site of a hero long forgotten. Entombed within the sleeping dragons and the mountains, should you find the location of said shrine and report back to us, we will pay the fixed price of 1,800 pieces of gold.
We'll take it.
Wonderful. I'll write you up the writ.
You said it was near Alenethil?
Between Alenethil and Shadeborn. It's in the mountain range. Can't tell you where, otherwise we'd be there ourselves.
Thank you, yes, I'll take it.
Yeah.
You don't all have to come along for the ride, but I'm interested.
Well, no, I am as well.
We're going halfway anyway.
The name sounded really cool.
Proof of location can be brought to our guild headquarters in Shadeborn, should you so wish.
Sure.
Wonderful, wonderful. Have a pleasant day.
You too.
I am.
Boblem whispers, is he there?
I'm going to tuck the new written things into
Yeah, you issued out a new contract.
Yeah.
It's handed over. Okay. You leave.
That was the most delightful man I've ever met.
Cartographers are sometimes like that.
Very sunny disposition.
Well, there's still more things to sell, but I think we've done pretty well for now, so if people want to stop and do something else, I'm fine
Did you
with
want
that.
to climb some rigging?
Kind of.
Did you want to head down there then and...
Yeah, my shoulder's feeling a lot better now, so I think I can handle it.
I will return to the tavern and tell Cassian you're down there.
Mhm.
Maybe stay at the tavern.
Do you want me to come back to get you for the city hall or not?
You can knock. You can come knock.
Okay.
I'll tell you about
I thought you said you can not. But in like a really weird way.
You can knock.
Okay. We'll be back later. I hope you're okay.
I'll see you all later.
Have a good day.
You head down to the docks and find yourself again in the hustle and bustle of everything. You head down to the docks and find yourself near the deck of the Eurostes, where you see teams of people and individuals scuttling up the rigging, retrieving a pennant and swinging back down, abrupting to cheers and applause each time.
Oh yeah, I'm so doing this.
You line up, you see your opponent, you see a small gnome who introduces himself as Jerris. Sort of give you a wink and like look up, roll their sleeves. You're prepped, you're on opposite sides of the ship and you stand just hanging off the side of the ship. So the rigging has been essentially re-strung out so that it goes from one ship to another, so that it goes out essentially.
Yeah.
If you fall off, you'll fall off into the water. Okay?
No one ever hurts themselves when they fall in water in movies, so it's fine.
It's better than falling on deck.
Yeah.
By the way, whilst they're queuing up, I'm just going to knock on Cassian's tavern room door and just say, they've gone down to the games, and just go straight into my room.
Okay.
Sure, I can just keep doing what I'm doing. I'm kind of engrossed in it.
Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. Yeah, you get a whole day's worth of working on it, so that'll be...
Hell yeah.
Okay.
So this will it just be my dex modifier, or will it be, well, my acrobatics and my dex are the same, but...
So, we'll see. You stand ready at the reading. You look out at the gnome over to the other side of you. Give a nod, nod back. The bell goes off and you begin taking...
Before that,
Okay.
I do use subtle spell to cast enhanceability on myself. So I give myself, Cat's Grace.
Okay.
So I get advantage on dex checks, and I don't take damage from falling 20 feet or less.
Okay. Are there any material components for that?
No. I
Okay.
don't think so.
Don't think so, or are you sure?
No, there's no like monetary bonus
cool.
for it, so.
Cool. Okay,
And
so
I'm using subtle spells, so. Nobody knows.
okay, make a dex check, and then write down your score as well.
Okay. 17.
Oh, nice. Okay, you begin climbing up the rigging, soaring up, scuttering up like monkeys moving up lines. Okay, you look over to the side, and the gnome is keeping track with you, keeping pace. Roll again.
Ooh, they're both 17s. 21.
You look over, scuttling up even faster. You seem to be taking the lead slightly on the gnome's side as your hands find purchase before you even see where they're going. Okay? Third roll.
Maths. 17? Yeah.
Okay? You look, you're about
Yeah.
5 feet from the top of the rigging, but you look out and the gnome is just barely imperceptibly behind you. Okay? Oof.
20. 30.
20 as well.
No!
But you're 2 feet ahead. You scuttle up with blinding speed and reach the pen just before the gnome's hand grabs it. You yank it off to the side. You fall for a second as the ring sways underneath you, but catch yourself on a line and steady yourself.
Hairblowing in the wind.
Hair blowing in the wind, soaring through. You raise the pennant and a cheer erupts from down again. One more for Wilson's Landing! You kick off from the marks and let the line like wind you down, so it's soaring down to the deck and 3-point landing on the deck. And no one scuttles down afterwards. Well done. Well done. You had me there, but I had you on the ropes.
Maybe next time.
Next time. Another win for Wilson's Landing.
You single-handedly bring this boat are carrying this town.
He's a hometown hero.
What disguise have you got on right now?
I think right now I would have just been in like, I'm still wearing like the headscarf and the different outfit, but I look like me.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Is there anything else you're doing in the town?
Elyse looks visibly elated.
You did really well.
And your shoulder doesn't hurt at all?
How are you feeling?
Good, actually.
Good.
For once.
Well done.
I miss doing that.
Is there anything else anyone wanted to compete in?
Yeah. Any of you guys want to do anything today, or?
I think after all the excitement from yesterday, it's kind of nice to have more of a chilled out afternoon before we meet up with the person from yesterday.
Looking forward to that, are we?
What?
What sort of time is it?
Time sort of slips away from you as you're getting lost in like watching a lot of the festivities and just like wandering along the docklands and eating and like chatting to the various strangers, and before you know it, the sort of early evening is creeping up and you realise that sunset probably isn't too far off. You know that the games are going to slow down tomorrow, so it'll probably be easier to check out like the temple and the city hall in the future.
Okay.
They'll still be there. And you sense things are probably closing soon, so you gather it's probably getting to the time that you'd be meeting Aerenthias in the city.
Maybe we won't have time to do everything we were planning to do today then, but never mind. We should go get the others. So yeah, we'll head back to the inn.
I will say that as I see the colours changing in the sky, I'll probably realise like, oh, and tidy up what I'm doing and put it away again, and then just go outside the tavern and wait for people.
Yeah. And it's not long before these rowdy bunch.
We go and get
turn
Renard.
He's asleep.
Yeah.
Just call to him. Like, Ren? Sorry to
It's fine.
disturb you, but it's nearly time to meet Aerenthias now. I don't know if we're going to have time for City Hall after all.
That's fine.
You leave the tavern and head off towards Sunset. To Tempest Square as the sun is setting.
And as we're approaching the square, I would disguise self as Zavine,
Okay.
the tiefling.
I do not become the old man.
You want to look hot. He wants to flirt.
Okay. You head up across the square and look across. You see plenty of people moving about and look for a distinctive tiefling figure, but you see none. There for about a minute, you're standing outside the steps of the temple before a shape sidles out from behind one of the pillars, so probably only 5 feet away from you.
Swag.
Probably might have had a bead on you as you're coming up, and intentionally did this, and sort of saunters out. You know where he's wearing sort of like an open shirt before, now has a tightly done up doublet, leather armour, which is sort of like stained greys and blacks, and the blue sort of like tunic and doublet underneath. This signature mustard yellow sash at his hip, and with the matching feather coming out of his wide-brimmed hat with one side folded up. You see on his doublet, some of you recognise what is a pistol tucked in at his hip. You see a brace of daggers at his ribs, and then long, beautiful swords at the small of his back, and his long sort of like doeskin gloves up his arms. Hair tied back in this loose ponytail, and boots clicking on the cobblestones. And well. And you brought company. I am lucky.
Good to see you. Sorry.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Aerenthias, Van Wymarck.
Cassian.
Shakes your hands. Sir.
You're a privateer. I shake his hand.
I am. He holds your hand in the shake for 2-3 seconds, just looking at the mask and looking you up and down. Letting you go. You seen the waves too, then? I'm guessing.
Yes.
Your armor's salt stained. You can tell.
Renard.
Aerenthias. Looks away from you, but a look lingers on you. I believe we have an acquaintance who might be sharing some common goals.
Mm-hmm.
My lady. And a figure steps out from behind the pillars. Similarly dressed, but not identically. Heels clicking on cobblestones. Renard, your heart stops for a second as you see a face you haven't seen for a number of months, familiar to you. And that's what we're
Big day for Renard.
Big day for Renard.
Oh boy!
Oh boy! So much has happened!
Shall I announce our news for next week?
Yeah, go on then.
We are very pleased to announce that we will be having a guest join us next week. None other than our very own, very talented Laura Tolton.
Yes!
I can't wait to see what she brought.
So excited, Laura.
Fear and excitement.
Thank you all for a wonderful, wonderful episode.
Thank you.
Thank you. We love you. Thank you for being part of our story. We'll see you next week. Bye bye. Greetings, adventurers. Aerenthias Van Wymarck here. Thanks for joining us this evening. If you enjoyed tonight, why not get yourself more from Life of the Party over at patreon.com/NyxRising or via the join button on YouTube. Or grab yourself some merchandise at teespring.com/stores/Life of the Party D&D. You can still use our discount codes from Wormwood Gaming Supplies on any item at their store, wormwoodgaming.com. Use code LIFEOFPARTY for free US shipping and LifeOfPartyInt for $10 off international shipping. Thank you as always to our executive producers Liam Moran, Emily Hogarth, Katelyn Ferguson and Alexandra Johnson. Until next time, keep your eyes on the prize. We'll see you on Wednesday.